that you had with people talking about you not finishing fights. And can you talk a little bit about, having that restraint versus not wanting to hurt your opponents? You had Dan Hardy in a position to finish, obviously by breaking his arm, but
that's a misbelief. No, I try. Listen, if I got someone in a position and in order to finish the fight, because he doesn't want to tap, I'm gonna have to break the arm. In Dan Hardy, I did a technical mistake, and one of the mistakes that I did, you would see my legs. My legs were wide open when I tried that armbar. If I would have get the right angle and close it, his arm would not have been able to come all the way down. It would have break. But the thing is, sometimes in practice, you can do the move in a way like I'm a very powerful guy and I'm very explosive. I grab guy and I make them tap in practice, but I don't use the proper technique. Right. So when I get in a fight, I do the same thing because you're in a fight and the nerve and everything is different. The guy doesn't tap, and I'm like, why he doesn't tap? Because I didn't do the right thing. So what I do is after that fight, my coach told me, he said, from now on in practice, I want you to use your strength and your athleticism to overcome the technique. Sometimes you have to be perfectly on the technically good, because in that fight the guy will let himself break. Sometimes. Right. And if you do it wrong, it will not break. It will resist and get out of it.
Is that bad news for your training partners going forward?
No, it's a good news because I'm not gonna hurt my training partner, but I'm just gonna keep the right position. They will tap. Training partner taps. I got tap as well in training. I got my ass kicked in training as well. Otherwise, my training would not have been good.
Right.
It's important.
Everybody knows physically how gifted you are, and that you're going to work as hard as it takes to come back, and even harder. But where are you mentally right now? How are you feeling? Dealing with injury and everything?
I feel good. I can't wait. I'm more hungry than ever and ready for the new challenge.
Last time it was talked about, maybe you rushed back, and that's why you got hurt again. Is that going to be something that you're going to have to deal with at some point? Not rushing yourself back?
No, not rushing it, and that's why I want to take my time. Not people say, "Hey, you're gonna come back fighting this summer." Whoa, no, not gonna come back this summer. It's my ligament. It's not fused yet. I have to let it heal. It's very important. It's a serious injury, ACL. It's a serious injury. If I mess it up, that could be very bad. I have to make it perfect.
Did you hear talk about people that question, whether you'd ever be back to full strength, and did you hear those kind of things out there?
Oh yeah, I did. I did hear it many times. It happened in every sport. You have a guy that play for. I'm from Montreal. There is a big hockey town. There's a player for Montreal Canadian. He has the same surgery that I had, ACL, and he had to redo it many times. He has problem, and it's been like more than a year, and it's still not back. And it's still, his health is very uncertain. And I wish him the best, and that's why the people are very concerned about me. And it's a normal thing, but I have to do it the best as I can. And the rest, the outcome will take care of itself.
Now, can you speak to your mindset where you're set to face Diaz, he doesn't make the presser, you're set to face Condit, you go down with an injury, Diaz gets the fight with you again, and then you get another injury. Where were you mentally when that second injury, the ACL, where were you mentally?
What happened is I hurt myself, my knee on one side. That was a minor injury.
Right.
Minor, but I didn't want to cancel the fight with Condit, so I tried to come back training right before the end of my training camp, and what happened is I was compensating with my other leg. So by compensating, I hurt this leg. I didn't know what it was in the beginning. We thought it was hamstring. Doctor did the test, but I have a lot of muscle in my legs, and so when they do the physical test, sometimes it doesn't show the ligament is loose because the muscle hold everything in place. So we thought it was the hamstring, and I went train wrestling, and I heard it again, and I really thought I feel it back. So I thought everybody thought that the same time of an ACL tear wasn't there. My knee was not swelling and everything. Normally, it swells because what happened is I heard it in hyperextension, which doesn't happen very often. It's very rare. When an ACL tear, normally it swells, like it's crazy, and it hurts. You stay on the floor. When it hurts, I was in pain, but I was not like crazy pain. I put ice, and I went to have dinner with my friend, and I even went to Vegas, train with Victor Belfort. I spar and everything, but I felt the instability in my leg, and God bless me that I didn't get hurt. I could have got hurt so bad, you know. So I trained with Victor, everything went well, but I felt my knee was still weird, you know. Sometimes I was buckling and stuff. And when I came back after a month, after the injury happened, I told the doctor back in Canada, I said, it's weird, my knee doesn't heal, my hamstring, I thought it was my hamstring. I said, my hamstring still feel like something's wrong with my knee. He said, let's take a picture then. We took a picture, and then that's how we discovered that my ACL was torn. So
Now, once you found that out, where were you mentally?
I was completely heartbroken. I didn't know what to do. I was heartbroken, completely heartbroken, and I knew the consequences of it, and I knew an ACL tear, it's incredibly serious. So I saw my different options, the doctor, I made my research, and that's how I ended up being in Los Angeles for my surgery and my rehab.
Gotcha.
And also the weather is so great in LA, you know. You could be in Montreal, slip on the ice, and hurt myself again, you know. Plus the system, I believe, in the United States for a professional athlete is better because if I would be in Canada, I would have my surgery, but for the rehab, sometimes, you know, in the United States, I think they have bigger volume of professional athlete, and they are used to deal with that particular type of injury.
Okay.
The weather is not the same. The system is different. It's more private. They put you in a room with professional athlete. I'm doing my rehab with American football players, most and other professional athlete. If I would be in Canada, I would be in a room with maybe, you know, like a 65 years old woman, you know, and which is a different environment and the weather and everything. So it makes it more motivating, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm way ahead of schedule because of the team that's around me: Dr. Latrache, Heather, Sterling Job, and Gavin McMillan. So I think that's the reason why I'm doing so well.
You said a couple times that you thought
Last question.
You thought Nick was a smart guy, not crazy. But do you think he's a good person deep down?
I believe Nick is a good person. I don't believe Nick is a bad human being. He's bad through my eyes, through me, because he disrespect me. I'm gonna fight him. We're gonna get into a fist fight. You know what I mean? In a octagon, if he wins Saturday night. But for sure, I'm sure if someone go talk to him, he might. I don't know him personally. He might be a great human being. I'm sure he's a nice guy. You know, he's all martial artists. They come from martial art. They're normally a great person. And I'm sure after the fight, if I don't know, like in a few years, and if I meet him again, it might be a nice guy. But for now, timing wise, and it's not his thing. You know, and you know, it's not my thing either. So we'll fight.